So, bienvenue à ce tuto prononciation. Thanks for coming today. Really appreciate you being here live. Always great for me to see real people, not just talking to myself. That's good. So today we're going to have a look at vi, vu. So we've got two sounds here, vi, vu. Okay, and they're represented by these phonetic symbols. So the IE is represented by that phonetic symbol. And the vu. No, let's check. Let's check that. Okay, so the E sound actually, langue très avant. Let me just check here. Yeah, okay. So the I symbol is for these letters that we see in these words. So il, haïr, cycle, cycle. And how do we create that sound? Well, this little diagram is really quite helpful because even if you're getting an approximation that's close to it, I think actually knowing how the actual mouth is in position actually helps you to get even more of an accurate sound. So it says langue très en avant. So your tongue is really far forward. Lèvres très tirées. So your lips are pulled. And la bouche très fermée and the mouth closed. Now, if you create this sound without doing that position, you will create a different sound. So it's useful to know that, isn't it? So if we just think about that and you try to say the sound il. Now, if you go il, you're creating a different sound because your mouth is moved to a different position. So think about actually where were we saying? We're saying the tongue to the front. We're saying the lips are pulled. Okay. So if you want to just say that to yourself, the word il. Okay, and try to keep your mouth closed. I can see some mouths open. Mouth closed with your lips pulled. Do you want to have another go? Il. Because if you're opening up your mouth, you're going to make a different sound. Okay, the other sound that we're looking at here is this one, which is represented by this Y symbol. So we've got perdu, du, su, j'ai eu, nous eûmes, and aigu. Okay, so this is funny enough, it's a Y symbol, but we're getting a U sound, aren't we? And how are we creating that? So you look at the difference in the picture of what that looks like. That's what you want to look like that. And some people said to me before, this is the French pout, isn't it? Okay, so the tongue is at the front again, but this time les lèvres très arrondies. Okay, so the lips are really round this time. You can see it's completely different shape, isn't it, to the one above? And again, the mouth is very closed. So if you want to try perdu, if you're doing that, then you're going to be close to the sound. You're going to hit the sound or you're going to be close to it. If you open your mouth up where it needs to be closed, you won't hit the sound. So perdu, du, sul, j'ai eu, nous eûmes, and aigu. Good. Okay, now we're going to do some listening, and I want you to see if you can repeat what you hear. Let's go. Here we go.
Leçon 15. Vie, vue.
Exercice 1. 1,
Voici une bille.
2,
Voici une fille.
3,
Voici une pile.
4,
Voici une ligne.
Okay, I'm going to play them again and I'm going to stop. And if you want to say them out loud after each one, okay?
Vie, vue.
Exercice 1. 1,
Voici une bille.
Now, can you imagine how that's spelt? Can you imagine how that's spelt? Not asking you to say it out loud, but can you imagine how that would be spelled? Let's have a look. Now, this is the I-double-L sound. Familiar in the word famille, for example. You notice there's a little tiny hiss behind it, actually. And also very useful for the word fille as well. Right, let's listen again.
Deux.
Voici une fille.
Want to say that one? It's fille, isn't it? Fille.
Trois.
Voici une pile.
That's a bit different, isn't it? That pronunciation. Let's look at the spelling of that. So this is the double L that you've just done, and that was a single L, yes. And let's hear the last one.
Quatre.
Voici une ligne.
Very good. Okay. Now, do you want to just do that again, reading them out loud to yourself, and just see whether you get the sound right? Do you want to read those 4 again and just see if you get how close you get the sound? Okay, I'm just going to play it for you one more time so you can just check how you just said those.
Vie, vue.
Exercice 1. 1,
Voici une bille.
2,
Voici une fille.
3,
Voici une pile.
4,
Voici une ligne.
Very good. Okay, so hopefully you're happy with how that was sounding. Right, we're going to listen to another one of these now. Nine.
Exercice 2. 1.
Tu iras à Paris?
2.
Okay, I'm going to play that again. See if you can say what you hear.
Tu iras à Paris?
Okay, next one.
2.
Tu y resteras longtemps?
Okay, next one.
3.
Tu y feras des études?
4.
Tu y travailleras?
Okay, let's have a look at what those look like on paper. Now, you can see this little line here. What it's showing us is actually that the words are going to merge together, aren't they? Which would happen in English as well. Tira à Paris. And then all the rest have got an E in there, haven't they? Which means there. So, tu feras des études. And it's quite useful because what they've shown us here is that they've taken the E out, haven't they? So, fera, tu feras des études. Have a go now, just reading out to yourself 1 to 4. Just have a go and think about merging those letters together and dropping the sounds that are in the brackets as well. Just have a go. Okay, good. Okay, let's have a listen again then to those. And then you can copy as you hear them.
Exercice 2. 1.
Tu iras à Paris?
To you. So hopefully you merge that together. Yes.
2.
Tu y resteras longtemps?
Okay, next one.
3,
Tu y feras des études?
The last one.
4,
Tu y travailleras?
Let's have a look again. Can you read them again to yourself? So just do that again. So number 1. Tu iras à Paris. Tu iras à Paris. Tu y resteras longtemps. Tu y feras des études. Tu y travailleras. Okay. The next one, this is what we're going to hear. So you notice all these bits in brackets, they're all dropped. Yes, they're dropped. So do you just want to say that out loud, how you think that question, and that answer will sound when you're going to hear it in the recording in a minute? Have a go for yourself, what that might sound like. Good, and hopefully you had rising intonation, and falling intonation. You get the difference between the questions, yeah, and the answers. So, t'es venu lundi? T'es venu lundi? So you see, it all sounds like this. You could sort of like think that that was one word, the whole of that sentence, if you're listening. T'es venu lundi? Lundi? Je n'ai pas pu, or j'ai pas pu. What they've done is what's normally done is that we drop the ne. So if we drop the ne, then we have to merge the je, the j as well. So j'ai pas pu, j'ai pas pu. Okay, let's have a listen to that one. Asked me to download it, excuse me. Yeah.
exercice 3. Exemple. T'es venu lundi?
Lundi, j'ai pas pu.
1. T'es venu mardi?
Mardi, j'ai pas pu.
2. T'es venu mercredi?
Mercredi, j'ai pas pu.
3. T'es venu jeudi?
Jeudi, j'ai pas pu.
4. T'es venu vendredi?
Vendredi, j'ai pas pu.
5. T'es venu samedi?
Excuse me.
Samedi, j'ai pas pu.
6. T'es venu dimanche?
Dimanche, j'ai pas pu.
Very good. Okay, well done. Thanks very much for coming, and I'll probably see you again soon.